Welcome to the West Coast Clouds podcast. This is Nick, your host. This is the new vape podcast for vapors, where we bring you opinions, reviews, and industry news. You're listening to West Coast Clouds. Yo. Mike Williams, Christopher, Scott, Jay. Oh, we got some lookers. No takers though. Lookers, no takers. What's going on? Oh, you like the beats, do ya? It's Fade is Tunes. What's going on? How you doing, Thaxton? See, now I can call you by your real name. Because it's too hard for me to say Fade is Tunes. What is going on? Joel Frazier. It's Saturday, and depending on where you are, it's probably pretty late. Ray's in the house. What's going on, Ray? Oh shit. Thank you, sir. I wouldn't have noticed. Wilson Berry is in the house. Literally in the fucking house. Next door, right over there. He's like 2 doors over. We have like a multi-complex apartment with old folks that we rent out. No, I'm just kidding. Doug Smith, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? What's going on? Thaxton says, not much. Just chilling. Just got off work not too long ago. Just changed my coils, and yeah. Changing coils. Ain't that the life? Ain't that the fucking life? Wilson loves changing coils. He loves changing coils. Gregory, Sean, Clayton, Jesus Christ, what are you guys doing? Shouldn't you be out doing something? It's Saturday night. What's going on? Well, you're here, so cheers to being here. It is yes, Mike. It is a crazy little scene going on out there. How worried are you? Are you worried? Do you think you should be worried? Do you think everyone should be worried? Or do you think this is something we can just figure out and truck on? CTV News is about to air another vape hate episode, says Clayton. When link it when you get a chance, if you see it. Scott Seeley says, changing coils is where it's at. Doug Smith says, just reading everyone freaking out. Christopher says, just did cotton earlier. I'm on vacation in Ontario. Be careful. There's a lot of people from Ontario in here. But can't miss the Hessian show. The Hessen show. You almost got it. It's written right there. But I won't bug you too hard about it. That's strawberry toast, though, says Wilson. Oh, shit. Danielle, what's going on? How you doing? Sitting at Timmy's watching a rainstorm, says Mike. I'm going with the flow. Worrying about something out of my control is something I can't do. Yeah. James Leedy in the house. Wilson, I overdripped and I got strawberry toast all over myself. Will you please assist me? Bring the porn sauce. Matt says, I know it's not really the point, but shortfills in Canada are the answer. It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, we haven't even talked about what I wrote there, but yeah, I mean, I think everyone in this chat actually knows. What's up? Ray says, all right, brother, gotta head out to a birthday party. Check out the last video I just released on YouTube if you want. Should we watch it? Should we all watch it together? Let's watch it together. Let's watch it together. Ray, we're gonna watch your video. We're all gonna watch your video. Now I got. Oh shit! Whoa! Slow down. I gotta turn off this other fucking music first. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Do this properly. Oh, if I move it over to the other side, we might have a chance here. We might have a fighting chance. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Bum 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 bum. Nope, that's not the one. How about this one? Oh, bingo, there we go. Okay, ready? Here we go. We're gonna watch Ray's video. Oh.
Hi.
What happened? That's not the video. There it is.
Washroom?
Pretty nasty. The flies wanted to suck on my nuts.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Frankie on the beat.
Aí, rapaziada, chegou ele aí, ó. Hey! Moleque! Yo, that's sick! Vamos ver agora. A cara dele, a felicidade. Caraca, velho. Puxa pra caramba, mano. É muito louco, velho. É muito bom o carro, velho. Forte, hein?
Não, então vai mais pra frente.
Caramba!
Pé na embreagem. Ah, miserável. Que diria a mãe dirigindo isso, né? E aí? Olha a velocidade.
É louquinho esse carro, gente. Que perigo isso.
Tô trampando no carro aqui. As mãos estão negras. A minha manopla tava toda suja, tava com uns arranhadão aqui. Agora tá um pouco mais limpo. Talvez eu faça um vídeo, se vocês quiserem, de como eu vim parar aqui no Canadá, tudo que eu passei. Basicamente isso, pulou uma espinha gigante no texto.
They say that I drink too much, but I think too much. We party in a
É isso, rapaziada. Estamos aqui no pico. Olha que bonito o bagulho. Olha aqui isso aqui. Olha isso aqui. Não pode fumar maconha, não pode fumar e não pode vapar. Você acredita nisso? Você acredita, Shawn?
I'm beyond the law.
How's the washroom?
Pretty nasty. The flies wanted to suck on my nuts.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, honestly, like I thought, like in there, you know, when you put your feet
Buraco lá embaixo.
on the top of the toilet,
Yeah, that's how they do it in the Philippines.
Oh shit.
and then they literally like explode from the. It's like, Shawn found his uncle in there.
This one.
This one is your uncle?
Yeah.
This dude right here. What's his name?
His name's Fred.
Fred Frank?
Well, hi. How's it going? I didn't see you there.
Uma burra, ele falou assim, já tô ouvindo o vento já, e tem uma puta cachoeira ali, tá ligado? So, animal. Cabeça de bola.
Yes, sir.
Hi guys.
Oh, hello, I didn't see you there.
Okay, Ray. Hi, I'm back. I gotta cut it short. I'm sorry. It's way longer than I thought it would be. Okay, there we go. We can see the window again. Let's get this going back. There we go. Some tunes.
So Ray is from Van Gogh.
Ray's from Van Gogh. Ray's the guy behind the camera, right? Ray's the guy behind the camera on the good old Thursday night Van Gogh late night. Fuck. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
After dark. We're after dark right now. I'm gonna lose the shirts here soon, but I don't know if that's approved on Facebook.
Well, I mean, we could get dark.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. quick, swap clothes. Guys, mint, Ray, mint.
What was that video even for?
It was for his vlog.
Oh.
It's a whole vlog.
It's the new Logan Paul for vaping.
Van Gogh After Dark. See, I was close. I said late night. Wow, I really fucking royally fucked that, didn't I?
Just don't dwell on it.
I won't. I'll try not to. Thaxton says, I need to try some of that West Coast Clouds juice, Nick. I have money just over from Czech. What? I left over from Czech. I'm going to order some Canadian juice dry here in America. Well, just go to westcoastclouds.com and
Shameless plug.
You're good to go. You're good to go.
I'll pack it myself.
Hello, gents. Hello, Austin. How are you doing, sir? James says Hessen should be behind the camera as well. They don't like my face.
Well,
James specifically doesn't like my face. But James,
taking it over.
Me and James have some things to discuss, specifically belly dancers. Oh, shit. But yes, I know we kind of drifted there, but the straight feels. Everybody already talked about the whole subject in the chat while we were watching stuff.
So how do they do it exactly?
Short fills.
Yeah,
Here,
but
look.
how do you determine how much nicotine you're getting?
They
have a
10 milliliters.
little bottle of
10
nicotine
milliliters
too?
is 3 milligrams. Well, I mean that's essentially how it goes. Here, let's watch. There's a nice little. Let's see one of the. Let's see one of them do it. They'll explain it to us. Let's see what
we can't explain.
Well, we can.
Can we?
But it's better if we watch like a short fills. Oh, here we go. Should we go with the most watched one? View count. This one here. There's a lot of them.
Because what stops someone from just cranking in 50 milligrams of nicotine in their short fill?
Well, I think they limit it. I think you're only allowed to put 3 milligrams. Wow, is there a limit?
Because it seems like, hey, like regulations are great and everything, but this just makes things more dangerous. Now you have a bottle, straight up non-diluted nicotine banging around the house unless you put it in right in the vape shop. Do you have to put it in as you sell it? Or do you just...
No, you give it to them. Look, okay, well, here it is. This is the one I was watching earlier with the nice little UK touch to it. Of course, we got some weird music in the background, but we'll deal with that. Okay, let's just make sure we're good to go. Look, let's listen in, guys. So remove the nib from the short fills. So they have the nibs, right? Insert the tip of the nicotine shot and squeeze.
So you have to wait, this is a different plug for it too. Oh, that's cool.
Well, that's a different, that's a convenient one. Liquid Barn does that kind of thing with their fills.
Shake vigorously.
Shake it very vigorously.
So if you want to practice that shake, you just got to buy one of those shake kits.
Your short fill is not ready to use.
But that still doesn't answer my question.
The limitation, I don't think I'm qualified to know exactly, but it seems so. It does seem, however, that over there is definitely a limitation on how much nicotine you can use. Hang on, where was the other one I watched? Was it this one?
Hey,
this guy was much more.
Look at
this guy's much more qualified to be on the camera. Let's get this guy on here.
That's what I'm aspiring to do.
UK e-cig store, and short fills are a great way for vapors to get bigger bottles of their favorite e-liquids.
Isn't it?
Bigger bottles means less hassle since you won't have to get 10 mils every few days. Ooh. So let's talk about it. Short fills don't contain any nicotine, which means they aren't covered by all the regulations. The bottle sizes can range from 60 to 100, 120 and even 200 mils, and they contain enough space for you to add your nicotine if required. So, let's say you bought a 60 ml bottle with zero nicotine. If you vape zero, then feel free to enjoy it straight out of the bottle. But if you're like me and you enjoy a little bit of a kick with your vape, then have no fear, just add nicotine in the form of Nic Shots. Nic Shots are 10 ml bottles of concentrated 18 milligram nicotine. They're unflavored and can be added to your short fills to create your perfect strength. Each bottle contains free space. And what does that really mean? Well, take this 60 ml for example. It doesn't actually contain 60 ml of e-liquid, but 50. This gives you 10 ml to add your Nic Shot and get your preferred strength. So, you've bought yourself a short fill, but how do you know how much nicotine to add? Do you just dump the whole Nic Shot in? Is one bottle even enough? Well, just like any DIY, it takes a little bit of calculation. My preferred strength is 3 milligrams. And I know in a 60 ml bottle with 50 ml of e-liquid, I can use one Nic Shot to give me 3 milligrams. If I was using a 120 ml bottle with 100 milligrams of liquid, I could use 2 Nic Shots to again give me 3 milligrams. So how do you actually fill a short fill bottle with nicotine? Well, as we've discussed before, a 60 ml bottle contains 10 ml of free space. This allows you to add your
easily
Nic
his
Shot.
top came off.
After removing the cover, just quite simply take the cap off your nicotine and just squeeze.
It's a sensual pour right there.
After squeezing the whole Nic Shot into my bottle, I can then go ahead, replace the cap, and then give it a good shake.
I'm telling you that shake weight
There you
practice
go.
coming in right there. He's been doing that for a long time. Ain't that right, gentlemen?
Oh, good lord. Okay,
ferocity
let's
right
get
there.
back to the chat window. There you go. His math is spot on,
All
says
right.
Clayton.
So they did freebase. What about salts? I mean, to get get that 50 Nic, what are we doing at that point?
Well, maybe we should just not make it happen.
And then again, like, when they sell it separately like that, what stops from someone just dripping straight nicotine on their coils? They're just putting straight nicotine in their tanks.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Because I think
That's more dangerous.
I think in order to purchase it, you have to actually purchase the bottle of the liquid. But that you're right. That still doesn't stop. But like James says, the whole thing puts the liability on the consumer, right? The liability is then on the customer because they're the ones mixing it up. So if they wear gloves anytime you use liquid nicotine. Yeah, call me. I can explain.
Ooh, we're getting phone numbers.
We're
in
getting
chat.
phone numbers.
Ooh,
Austin's put his
after
phone number
dark.
out there. We should, if anybody wants to reach out to him, he'll be more than willing to chat with you after dark.
Unsolicited dick pics.
Unsolicited dick pics incoming. Whoa, that's a little too loud on my end. Oh, now it's going. But yes, so that's you use more than 20 milligrams in the UK. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he was doing 18, but the limit is 20. That's the deal? D-pics incoming, says Patrick.
But that also means they're probably everything's freebase over there. Nothing is salts.
I don't know. I haven't seen. That's actually a good question. Does anybody know if they use salt nicotines in the
Because
in the
then,
UK?
I mean, UK seems to be somewhat progressive in terms of accepting the fact that vaping does help the smoking cessation, and yet salts have also been shown to be even more effective, and they're not using them at all. They have salts, okay. So I'm just glad they're using.
So how does that work then? Same deal with the salts. You can only do 20 milligram salts. Like, it doesn't make a difference if it's freebase or salt. It's a 20 milligram limit.
Say that you can't hear, so.
Oh shit! You're right. No. It's because I'm an asshole and I'm blaring them with music. I'm the asshole that's blaring you guys with music.
No one saw that.
It's my own fault. It's my own fault. I don't have a real mixer. It's all virtual. They have salt, says James. Right. Okay. So it's going to be a moment before they answer the whole 20 milligrams question. But
So, Nick, why is this even an issue that we're talking about right now?
we're talking about it because Alberta's lost its mind.
The whole province has gone crazy.
The whole province is the whole. It's some crazy. Someone drank some crazy ass Kool-Aid. The max you can get in nicotine salts is 20 milligrams.
They're getting excited about those pipelines.
Well, yeah. So obviously, if anyone who read the headline obviously knows what's going on in Edmonton. I don't know why I keep saying Edmonton. It's probably just because that's where I know everybody that's active in the groups from Edmonton. But Alberta's coming after anybody who has flavored e-liquid. Not flavored e-liquid necessarily, but for some reason it seems more along the lines of you can't show it. So if someone comes in, all of your e-juice, everything has to be behind a little closed space. You can't see it. That's as far as I understand. So the reason we talk about shortfills is because that also tends to be something that they're discussing in this letter is something of a flavor ban. Well, you guys are tobacco products, so tobacco products aren't allowed to be flavored, so you can't be flavored either. Which is a bunch of bullshit. But if it comes to something along those lines of, well, you can't have flavored liquid out. Well, no, actually, sir, flavored nicotine. Well, sir, this is actually nicotine free. We can put this here because there's no nicotine in it. Therefore, it's not a tobacco product. And then you keep all your nicotine concealed somewhere else, and you just only have out nicotine-free bottles. Therefore, you no longer have a tobacco product on your shelf. Pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
Grape drank. What was the question? Yes, why? Nicole, Michael, what's going on? Any place that sells the juice in a vapor store. Saying we are tobacco is like saying milk is a cow. Oh, for the love of sweet God. You guys are too good. You guys are too good.
And the other thing that people keep bringing up too with the subject is the fact that Health Canada is running all these anti-vaping ads is actually bringing more exposure to the product.
Yep.
Just making it.
Let's just make kids want to do it more by reminding them that they shouldn't do it.
You can't.
Well,
okay, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad.
Okay. Well, we'll show them. That's
sticky.
That's the crazy
Sticky
part.
icky.
And you know what did we watch the other day where they were talking about the cigarette rates are down so low that they're almost undetectable among teens. Almost nobody's fucking smoking. That it's almost at a point where the data doesn't even work because the numbers are so low. Nobody's talking about that shit. James says there's a big hate propaganda going on in Edmonton, so they're taking old legislation and saying it's the new laws. So basically using a gray area. Yeah, it's almost like a loophole. It's like somebody sat in an office and they're like, how can we fuck these guys? Well, they're tobacco products. And,
or it's just uninformed law enforcement.
You know what?
Can they be that uninformed? Is
yeah,
that a possibility?
I think so. I mean, how many doctors have you ever met? Well, not how many have you met, but heard of. I hope you haven't met that many. That didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. There's a stat actually about people who get second opinions from doctors, and almost always the first doctor was wrong. Like someone's wrong. Yeah, it's true. Don't roll your eyes.
We should listen to our doctors, people.
Well, go to another doctor, because if your doctor's name is Dr. Nick, then you got issues.
Dr. 50 Nick is in the house.
Scott says an individual tobacco product can be flavored as long as it is over 5 grams in weight. Is that the what? What is that from, Scott? James says cops do it with laws that are outdated all over the world because our courts and governments are backed up. Our courts and government are backed up and lazy. Yeah, they got too much shit to deal with, probably. So they've not erased these brutal loopholes. But here's the funny part. You know what's crazy is that the only reason they can say that it's a tobacco product, because technically they kind of can, is because nicotine typically comes from a tobacco plant. But we all know the science that there's a big difference between inhaling a tobacco plant and inhaling nicotine.
Isn't there some nicotine out there that is derived from like straight tobacco, right?
Eggplants?
No.
I heard eggplants have a lot of tobacco or nicotine.
But isn't there like some juice company that is actually making, like, I don't know, from tobacco nicotine? Like they're pressing it or some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm misinformed.
I have no idea.
I thought that was a thing. Hey,
I can't actually answer that.
If they're steeping vape juice in whiskey barrels these days,
which we are. Dead Man's Hand Elixirs.
West Coast Clouds and TBV Lab.
Just kidding. I'm not gonna make you guys watch that.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
A bottle of vape juice weighs more than 5 grams, therefore should be exempt from the non-flavoring. Okay, wait, what? Okay, an individual tobacco product can be flavored as long as it is over 5 grams. So, like... Wait, what? So, a pack of smokes weighs how much? Or a single cigarette? What? Okay, how does that work? By a single cigarette as a unit? Or would it be a pack as a unit? How much does a cigarette... Okay, we'll start with that. A cigarette weighs 2 grams. And a cigarette pack weighs... Well, how many cigarettes are in a pack?
20, 24 or something.
So... Well, that doesn't
48,
work.
40 to 48.
So that doesn't... How does that work? It was obviously counting as a cigarette then, because it can't be a pack, because that'd be over 5 grams. Cigs can't be flavored because we can't sell them individually. Oh, if you could sell them individually because they're 2 grams, then they could be flavored, but you're not allowed to sell them individually. I've milked a unicorn, says Austin.
Yeah. I've milked a few unicorns too. Yeah. There's a special way to do it. Special way. It involves these 2 fingers, and you got to hook up
and a hook down.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Originally, nicotine was derived from tobacco plants, and there are some companies that are still using that. But for the rest, it's synthetic nicotine that has nothing to do with the tobacco plant. Okay. Well, they are still using that are edits still using. What does that mean?
No, whoa. The fun thing about cigars and flavored cigars, I learned this a couple weeks ago. They rebranded like Phillies and Bluntarillos and like flavored cigars. They labeled them as flavored blunts.
What?
So they can still be flavored cigars, but they're not labeled as cigars. They're just labeled as blunts.
So if I go in and I want a flavored cigar, I just have to go in and ask for a flavored blunt.
Yes. Yes.
Ding dong.
But no, like, yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, so that's how they're doing it. Because they changed the packaging on, like, the popular flavored Phillies cigars to just say Philly Blunt.
Cigars are over 5 grams. Huh. Where is Scott? What is this? Where are you from? Sorry if I'm an asshole, and I should know that.
No, we got Chris Budd in
the hizzy. That's your 5 gram weight. So those tobacco laws, are they not enforced everywhere? Isn't all of Canada have no flavored?
Yeah, across the board, from what I understand.
So do you think someone's going to try to play copycat?
In what sense?
Like, oh, look what Alberta's doing. Hey, we can do that too.
Like flavored stogies?
No. To try to tell us we can't have fucking
okay.
Flavored
come
nicotine.
To BC. Well, I'm sure, who knows?
No flavor under 5 grams. That's such a weird fucking stupid rule. Who sits in a room and discusses, okay, listen, let's draw a line here. How many grams? How many grams is the limit of flavor before we're like, whoa, look, it's over 5 grams. You're good.
You can't start flaving over 5 grams, Nick.
No, that's what they want. You can only flav over 5 grams. Anything less. So I can't flavor my powder of nicotine. I can't. Why 5 grams? Just to fuck the cigarette flavoring thing over. That's what it all is. Oh, how much does a cigarette weigh? Okay, well, let's do 3 grams higher. 5 grams. Meanwhile, some guy who runs a fucking cigar company is like, I made him come up with that idea.
Well, I mean, you were telling me about the Juul legislator guy that started working for, or went back to working to the...
It's Mr. Scott Gottlieb.
Yeah, that was funny.
Mr. Retired FDA commissioner who started the youth epidemic. He was the first guy to start saying there was an epidemic. He used that word. And now he's working for Chantix, selling nicotine gum.
Flavored nicotine gum.
Yeah, but it's healthier than vaping. Man, I don't know how much money is involved in that, but like he obviously doesn't give a shit because obviously we're all gonna know what happened. Because kids are less enticed with large cigars. How is that science? Is there where's the study? Who did a study that said kids only like things under 5 grams? Are you fucking kidding me? No, they'll take 50, Nick. Oh, 50, Nick.
In most places, kids can't afford things over 5 grams.
So, excuse me, sir.
Weed,
can I please have the $4 flavored cigar? In the state of Florida, they want to make it where you have to be 21 years of age to purchase cigarettes and vapor products. Yeah, you could be 18 to buy, yet you could still be 18 to buy a cigar. Well, that's ridiculous. Raising the age doesn't do shit except for make more people that are underage do it.
But, I mean, also in Florida, is there really under the age of 50 there?
Well, I guess we should play some Surf's Up music for Florida.
They have bigger problems in Florida too, right?
They've got
other than the healthcare problems.
These are laws put into place to stall out people by ways of cost, time, and frustration, which allows the groups with agendas to push things like the mandate of big pharmacy and tobacco. James is right. James is always right. James, I'm going to pin that. You're pinned. I pinned your comment.
Well, okay, so
strawberry toast.
If I was how did those vape shops get into hospitals? Are they
in the UK?
Yeah, but are they under a different business license
at
that point?
I don't believe it's a vape shop. An independent
e-cig
vape
Wizards.
Shop. Oh.
That was the name of the company.
Maybe they've done outstanding work in the past and paid really good taxes to the government. So they said, hey, why don't you guys come on into our hospital?
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about. I mean, that could be it. It could be, I'm just guessing. But it could, if you were to bring someone into your hospital and you ran a hospital, you'd think that the person you would bring into your hospital would be because you know that company knows their shit and they're educating people. So let's let them do their business here to help us because we don't know as much as they know.
But name a shop out there that isn't educating people. Like, I'm sure there are some, but at the same point though.
Don't make me.
I mean, yeah. We all have got a common goal here. Strawberry toast.
It's the vape that makes that sound.
Hey, Chris.
I
traded 3 bottles of juice for this dot mod. A whole 3 bottles. That's how much a dot mod goes for these days.
James is not always right, says Samantha. Should we bring you guys on? Do you guys want to come? Should we make this into a big group chat? Are you guys in the same place at the same time right now? We can make this a bigger group chat. We can get a bunch of vapors in here. That'd be fun. Should we do it? It's not like we got anything else to do.
It'll be a rabble rouse.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to mention that many stores that are doing it correctly. You're right. There's not a lot of time to be like, hey, look who's doing it right. At this point, it's just kind of like, what the Matthew, how are you doing, sir? Happy Saturday. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna.
You're supposed to be welcoming people in.
Yeah,
not
I'm
scaring
sorry.
them away.
I'm sorry. That's my thing, right, James? We need like a belly dancer that comes out.
I'm not on board with that.
Wow. Wow.
Unless it's your dad.
Oh shit! I need another camera here.
Are we on break?
Oh, we could be.
Well, I mean, I can entertain.
Then you're on. You're on.
All right. Well, can you grab me another drink? An iced tea? No. And my RTA is dry. I recently just purchased the Berserker MTL. I'm not a big fan of anti-vape, but wanted to get an MTL tank. I like it quite a bit. It's really hard to build those tiny coils, though. Like, it's almost just not worth it. But at the same time, it's worth it. Ah, so crisp. So refreshing. So who do we got coming on?
Whoever wants to. We're going to invite everybody on.
Oh, dear.
Well, yeah, that could get messy, but we'll see what happens here. Oh, there we go. That's us.
Is it?
No.
Not hard to build teeny coils. It is impossible. You must have tiny fingers.
James, we're still waiting on some coils, bro.
Tiny coils, like big coils are easy, you know, you just slam those guys in there. Twist it down. Little coils, they just want to spring up on you.
Ugh. Okay, that's good enough for the live. Or the little video chat.
I think this is the funniest thing ever.
C plus?
Well, it contains, which one's the camera? It contains sun-kissed juice. Like, sun-kissed is a juice. True story. It comes from the sun-kissed plant. Actually, the roots of the sun-kissed plant is what gives it the orange tangy flavor. The more you know. So.
Oh, shit.
kpdistro.com. Best coils ever.
I think the best coils ever might be from James if he sends them to us one day.
Yeah. Well, that's a bold statement.
I already told him I'd just buy some from him.
MTL Talk missing my Nautilus.
Okay, so
the original, the OG Nautilus tank. Talk about some timeless coils right there. Or is a Nautilus some other brand? It was like a small RTA or something, which probably is. Don't click that link.
Oh, I shouldn't. Shouldn't touch that.
You're gonna see something you don't want to see.
There you go. There it is. Don't click that link, he says. Everybody look at my dick.
Yeah.
Everybody. Okay, so let me make sure I can.
wait.
Let's get this. There's Zoom. Let's.
I don't know how they do this on TV.
Here comes Mortal Coil. Oh, look, there we go.
I don't know how they do this on TV, because if you get the brand right, the top part is way off. So like drinking it, you just gotta have to like slide it down the top. Oh, now it's everywhere. Shit.
Okay, let's. I gotta get this out of here.
MTL and Nick Salt devices are like non-alcoholic hipster bears. I don't know much about hipster bears, even though I might be one.
Oh, hey guys. Yes, it's working.
Oh, we got
okay.
peoples. Hello, peoples. We have another hipster bear on chat now.
That's
he looks like one to me. Just want to give him a nice big hug. he's fuzzy enough.
There we go. There we go. We're good. There we go. Things are happening. Things are happening.
To what end, though? To what end?
To
are
the
things
audio.
happening?
To the audio levels. I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
How's your guys' night?
Not too bad.
Quiet.
Yes.
You guys watch Stranger Things 3 yet?
Not yet.
Is it on the docket or?
No.
Oh.
No, we didn't like the second season.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like the first one either.
You didn't like
like
the first one? My poor heart.
I did.
Watching Stranger Things is like watching The Bachelorette.
No. Oh my god. What the hell?
I can't think of like any things that are more different. Like you got kid actors and then just a group of females. Unless it was just like an old folks home, then I guess that would work too. We'd have to go to Florida for that though.
Well, I heard Florida's weird things. I've heard this. I heard there might be belly dancers down there though, James. Do you want to come?
Anywhere there's something weird going on that none of us want to be associated, Nick, that's probably where you should go visit.
Yes.
Then you can just be yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Let it all hang out.
Let it all hang out.
You seem like you're the type of guy that would go to Mexico just to see the donkey show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm the guy running the donkey show.
He is the donkey.
No, you're the guy buying the girl that the donkey rode at the end.
Oh, yes. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense.
Everyone needs a beer cozy at the end of the night.
Oh my
Oh. Well, look, there's one right there.
There is one right there. Let's see if we can stick our fists in it. Oh yeah.
He did actually stick his fist in it. This is true.
Might be a little more damage with the chick than that, though.
Oh god.
Oh, for the love of God.
Oh, we signed on for this?
I don't
really?
know.
Yep, this is what did you expect?
Well, usually we get we talk about normal stuff to begin with, and then it leads to this. But wow, we went straight into that. All right.
I got nothing.
I mean, someone else brought up the donkeys. I just went with it.
Yeah, that'd be my husband. He's so great at that.
I like donkeys.
Oh, wow.
You should have a set of coils called the donkey punch.
I actually think I saw someone call the call coils the donkey punch out there. I think someone named these weird coils that.
Instead of kidney puncher, you could be donkey puncher.
Donkey puncher.
Oh wow.
Mike, Devlin, you guys, there's a link pinned. If you guys want to come and join in, just click the link and do what it tells you to do.
As any good.
Don't worry, it's not a virus.
As any good stream goes, it starts with something productive and then it just devolves.
Well,
no, this thing as soon as we joined, the productivity went way down.
Was there productivity beforehand? I guess we were talking about a few things. Yeah.
A little bit.
Nicholas is like a recovering pyromaniac. I just happen to give him the matches and fluid and watch it go.
Here's some more gasoline, Nick.
Exactly.
See if you can make the fire bigger. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh god. And you always do. Yeah, always.
Well, why not? Why not? I'm not a firefighter, okay?
So, are you guys in Alberta? Have you had
Alberta?
Yeah, we're in Edmonton. We're right in the heart of all this.
You're in the heart of all the
stuff,
crazy shit right now.
So
yeah.
So store friends have been affected by this and stuff like that.
It's hard to say right now because only a few shops have come forward to say
like, hey, this is going on.
Yeah, this is going on. But it only seems like selective shops are being targeted right now, and
well, no one's got the letter yet. This letter was leaked. It wasn't actually given to any of the shops.
So why is it that apparently someone went and took this letter to the police, but no one will say who did it?
Okay, so I know who actually took it to the police. It was Gaslight, Dave.
Okay, yeah. So but why is
he took it down there?
Why is it a secret?
But if you notice at the top of the letter, it's dated from May 30th, and no shops have seen that yet.
No. It was a leaked letter.
Yeah,
it wasn't
it was
actually
probably being passed around the office, right? Like.
Well, no.
It could have been a policy that was handed out, but no one. But they could have even possibly have changed it since then. This could have been something that they wanted to push forward, and then were told no, not push it.
Yeah, but then the story goes that they said yes, this is legit.
Yes, yeah, it is. So it was leaked, and Maria from Vapor Advocates Ontario, of course, or CVA, whatever, she actually started trying to find out if it was legitimate. So then she sent it to Danielle, Roland Dow.
Yeah.
So when they went down to the police station, and Dave went down to the police station to check if it was legitimate, and they, it was 100% confirmed.
But notice no one's put a hand in their shops. So like I'm saying, this could have been a policy that they're still working on right now, and that's the reason why it hasn't been pushed to all the shops.
They're trying to figure out their best course of action, and then somehow it leaked out, and we now know what they're up to.
Well, we know what they're up to, but see, here's the thing is, technically, if they push this forward, they're breaking the law themselves. So this could be a big slap for the Edmonton police if lawyers start getting involved because shops are losing customers and business.
Yeah, but this is where it starts to get tricky, right?
It's kind of like if you go to like any of the main courts that write, like the main courts that write the laws for the government in Canada, you can dig up tons of policies and old drafts of things that say a bunch of shit that'll offend you on a law that you may don't stand behind, but it's not been pushed forward, but it's gone around to all the big figureheads, and then suddenly a new law came in, so they have to modify that and add the other one, and this one they never erase any of these back drafts of any policies. They always keep them on file. So even if, like, I have a past with the police when I was younger, these cops still know who I am, and if I see them, they will call me over, even though I haven't done anything in 20 years.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Like, you're always going to be on file. It's always going to be there because the government doesn't erase things.
Yeah, no.
And there's still laws on our Edmonton, in the Edmonton like actual city itself has laws written into it still that are ridiculous. Like, there's that one where you can get kicked out of Edmonton and be supplied with a pack horse and a gun. For God's sakes, and that's still law.
So,
but they haven't changed that.
You said before that it seems to be targeted, and what you're bringing up about your past is that you think that's part of the targeting.
Part of the targeting, I'm thinking it's because that they really, a lot of these people are so anti-vaping and anti-smoking, and there's more than just like big pharmacy and big tobacco. You've got like the Christian parent groups and the super parents and all these other ones getting behind them and pushing at all the politicians in the city. So now they're going to the police to do something. And the police are like, well, we can push this forward, but okay, suddenly there is legislation that stops us from doing this. So we've got to be careful now with what we do. But police will also do shit. Like, I know for a fact, like there were shops that, like head shops that were pressing weed for other purposes, right? And they told them, technically, we can't arrest you for doing this because it's not illegal, but we can arrest you because it's not a production facility, nor is it a commercial place where you're doing it.
So they'll find just like those little nitpicky things. I mean, it's more than just nitpicky, but that's what they'll go after.
It's gray areas. The law is so full of gray areas that, like, technically before, when you got a ticket on a speeding ticket, if they wrote your name slightly wrong, they've changed this now.
Oh, yeah.
People got off that you didn't have to do the ticket because your name wasn't right on the docket.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with this. That's what I believe. And people are going crazy and starting to, like, they're getting that panicky attitude and saying, oh, let's say fuck them to this. But here's the thing, like, the worst thing we can do in this fight right now is to be rude and arrogant and be distasteful in their eyes, because automatically there might have been 1 out of the 3 people that would have helped us in there, that would have stopped that vote. So instead of them getting a full vote like they need, there could be one person that could have stopped it long enough for us to convince that other person, well, yeah, maybe this is a good idea to have it, right?
Right.
So all this is it's just panic, and for all we know, it's the police that leaked it themselves.
It reminds me a lot of CVE. It reminds me of CVE when they were trying to say they were going to fine everybody and do all this shit. Like, and then who did we talk to? Somebody came up to us that was in law school and was like, no, they can't do this. We're going to watch them. We're going to film what they do. And they can't do these things if they do some of these other, like, it just, like, what's with the fucking scare tactics? Like, crazy. It's ridiculous.
Because okay, here's a good example of that type of scare tactic. When you were a kid, your parents punished you. You knew what was going to happen. But if your parents came home and found out, say you were having a party, but they're like, we're not sure what we're going to do to you. We're not sure when, but we'll get back to this. And then they don't say shit to you for the next 6 months. So then you're on eggs, like pins and needles.
Oh, yeah.
The house and you never
Do you remember that time?
That is the worst type of psychological tactic, and that's what they're doing. They're hoping that people panic and make mistakes, and that businesses like start reversing things and signing shit. Like going to a small business where there are vape shops that don't talk to anyone else, or not in contact with anyone else, and they're going to go to them and try to get them to sign these stupid things so that
what is the signing? What are they signing?
So basically the letter that they're going to bring to you, there's a place on there for you to sign to acknowledge it. And we have been advised here in Edmonton not to sign it. Yeah. Because it's like a form of agreeing with what they're doing and saying, right?
That's some sneaky shit.
It's like signing your guilt or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the same thing what cops do when they get a confession. This is exactly the same thing. They will reword it and keep coming at you until you make a mistake and you accidentally sign something that you shouldn't sign because it's scare tactics. That's all it is. And basically, a lot of that shit is so written in lawyer. Like I can't say that I can understand 90% of it. Like I get the gist of what they're talking about and how they're going about it, but I don't exactly understand all the small details. And that's where they'll try to kill us, because they have a lawyer write these laws or write from the laws on these and then have you sign them. And they're like, oh yeah, you agreed to this and you read this already.
So what is our response? Has there
Our
been a response?
Right now is we're kind of hoping that the CVA figures something out. Like they're going to their lawyers and they're gonna really read through it and see what our options are here in Edmonton. But so far, since it's only been 2 days, it's just don't sign
anything, and everyone join CVA or ACTA. Get going. Write your MLAs. Explain to them what vaping's done for you and how it affects your family, and if these laws come in, how it's gonna, like, say, affect your business, and how you won't be able to like if it comes into play, it's gonna hurt so many small businesses, and literally there's gonna be families that are gonna be out on the street because it's gonna kill their business.
Do you not think that we can? Obviously, we don't sign shit. We keep trucking, and we change kind of the way we do things, like we were kind of mentioning in the Shortfills. Do you think that would do anything? Do you think that we would be able to get around things that way?
I think the Shortfill is probably the best idea for now, but
I mean that's like, I think that letting CVA go at it head on with actual lawyers before any of us start throwing our hats in the ring, and them coming back to us and saying, okay, well, these are the gray areas you can play in and these aren't. These are the definite rules. These are the rules we can bend. These are the ones that don't exist, would be a better game plan than us making a decision and going full force in one area and then finding out, well, no, we can't do that either.
Yeah, I think making rash decisions right now would be a really bad idea. Like, it's only been 2 days. Let's give it a few days.
So I should cancel my order of 100 million Nick shots then, eh? Just kidding.
Probably. just you know.
Oh God.
What he said. Question: has any shops been sent this letter? I know Drip Creed. I thought that letter was posted up in the Alberta Vape Advocates by by Mo from YEG.
No, but it wasn't a leaked letter. It was a leaked letter. It wasn't actually given to a shop.
Yeah, I don't think any shops got it. I think this is just, and I don't think it was actually leaked, honestly, to tell you the truth. I think it was put out there in a way that someone would find it so that it would cause panic and unrest. So they're like, oh, look at them scramble. Now we can do other things while they're busy doing all this other crap.
Yeah.
And now they're going to fight among each other.
Playing into their hands.
Cause each other harm.
Yeah, freaking out is definitely playing into their hands. That's the last thing we really want to do. That's kind of like the consensus. Me and Court have been talking about it for a little bit too, and like it's usually where we end up sitting on is like, well, I don't know, let's just be calm.
Yeah,
let's just see what happens. Because even then, like, how long is it gonna take for them to actually? There's a lot of time before we actually see anything set in stone.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like this isn't.
It's not gonna happen overnight.
The shop hasn't given this yet. Let's just put on the brakes. Let's regroup.
Because I thought Mo had been given it.
But he wasn't.
Okay, so then if there actually is a shop that's been given it, they need to come forward and say that they've been given this. Then.
No one.
If it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
Right.
It has not been given to a shop yet. That's been confirmed as far as
for
I
all
know.
we know, right? And the thing is like it's so hard for us to really know because we only know from what we know from our Facebook groups.
Yeah.
If there's shops out there, and I'm sure there are, that don't do the whole Facebook thing, they don't do the social media groups, and maybe they've already signed one of these fucking letters.
And those are the shops that are going to hurt us because they're little mom and pops and they don't understand. Yeah. And they're going to agree to this because they're afraid that the shops are going to get raided by the cops and their product pulled off their shelves and them shut down or the cops going to the town council or city council, wherever they are, and saying, hey, their shop is done.
I almost wonder, it makes almost sense for, us to go around and email, message, visit any other shops that we think that we can find that might not be in our social media circle.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing is, with all the vendors out there and all the vendors that are my friends or that I'm friends with, that there should be a way by playing the whole 7 degrees of separation that we should be able to reach about 90% to 95% of every shop in Alberta.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The big picture here is we all need to work together right now. Like
and let the lawyers work their magic and find out exactly what's going on because none of us, as smart as most of the people are in the vape industry, and there's some really intelligent people, and I know people that are far more intelligent than I when it comes to the business. We're not lawyers. We didn't go to school to sit there and learn how to read legal documentation and how to talk like a lawyer and decipher it, right? So
yeah, now I kind of wish I went to school for that. I probably would have failed though. Too busy looking at belly dancers. Oh, here we go. Butter chicken. I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect.
Oh dear.
Butter chicken.
A tasty meal.
Only in your video feed would someone join named Butter Chicken. This isn't one of your like strange like belly dancing.
Wouldn't that be something? Oh my God.
Someone's answering our prayers.
I'm hearing some background fans. I'm hearing some audio. Say hello. Who's there?
Who's there? Hello?
Butter chicken. Hey,
butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
Butter.
I can't even think of who that might be.
Butter.
I know, right?
Well, I agree with you, Cord. I mean, like, cops already have enough other crap, but if anything, I just think this is like a major scare tactic.
I think it's a scare tactic at this point.
Or that some cop that was, or some person that's related to cops or something, or someone leaked something somewhere that wasn't supposed to be leaked yet, or something along those lines. That's what it feels like, that this was a document that wasn't meant to hit the public because it wasn't going to get pushed out because the laws changed.
Or maybe we have someone on the inside.
Butter chicken says in the chat, give me the butter chicken.
Well,
I'm not sure I'm okay with this.
Yeah. I don't know that
Oh,
move.
wow.
Butter chicken?
That's creepy. Only you. Hessen. This is why I'm scared of visiting you. People pop up in a feed where I'm not even near you. I have to tell you to give them the butter chicken. I'm afraid to meet you in person.
Give me the butter chicken.
The shop asking for butter chicken.
Do you guys have that butter chicken?
Butter
50,
chicken
Nick?
vape juice. Yeah, why not? Sounds delicious.
No.
I think maybe he just came into chat and didn't know how to join. Saw the link.
Court says I'm going to apply to EPS and find out. Court, get to the bottom of this. Detective Court. Mr. Stratton.
Well, your dad was a police officer, right, Court?
Yeah, that's what he was saying, yeah.
Yep.
Detective Stratton will find out.
This song is groovy. Well, he lives in Vancouver, so he can't be weird.
I could see Court being a cop and busting guys like Nicholas when he smuggles things in his bum to get back into the country.
As a belly dancer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But you guys forget that the top hat covers my face, so that makes it better.
Does it, though? Does it?
After watching Hacking the Feed as Buttered Chicken.
Buttered Chicken raised his hand.
The juice is in his bum.
Oh,
Who the hell is this?
He's from Vancouver.
Nicholas, what other videos? Like, I actually, you know what? I don't want to know.
Yeah, he does.
Dude, some of Nick's original videos. Did you see some of that? Oh man, his eyes were popping. He was real intense in those videos. Just like that.
No, Ken and I watched his earlier stuff.
No.
Did you see me earlier? Milan, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome. I have not seen your name pop up in some time. Yes.
Oh, Court, I could believe that you went to school to be a cop,
Are we
man.
gonna cut Butter Chicken, or are we just letting them on some screen time here? He seems polite. He's raised
his hand.
He says the juice is in your bum. And he's from
Yeah,
Vancouver.
you're right, Court. Either way, we can fight this.
Either way.
You know what? This is just the beginning, and you know what? There's nothing definite until we all know for sure that the law has been handed down by the federal government to provincial to municipal, right? So.
Okay, Butter Chicken.
You had your chance.
Are you kicking Butter Chicken out?
Goodbye, Butter Chicken.
Why would
you can't come and play with us.
He has
if you're
no
not gonna-
video. And it doesn't seem
You're
like
just
he had a working
distracting me,
microphone
making
either,
me say silly things.
Strawberry toast.
Nicholas, is Butter Chicken like your late night booty call?
It might be.
All the way from Vancouver.
All the way from.
It's gonna be a real late night booty call.
There's a bum he pays that lives in the back alley named Butter Chicken. He pays him with e-juice.
No, he lives in the he lives in the basement, in the old coal chute.
Oh boy.
You look like the type that would make a guy wear a mask and call him Butter Chicken in the basement, live in a
We have
trunk.
really good dialogue going, and the Butter Chicken has
But he's
come
not
to
wrong. That's totally Nick.
We have no idea who Butter Chicken is, Justin. For all we know,
it's you, Justin.
On another screen typing as Buttered Chicken.
Shh. Close the laptop.
Yeah, cops are watching and hacking the feed. Yeah, that's exactly.
The cops are watching and hacking the feed. That was a cop just checking in on us.
Who really likes Butter Chicken?
We need some good public faces to fight for us. You know what? We need. I do believe more than anything, though, is that we do need to try and reach out to shops that aren't in our circles that don't know these things.
Absolutely.
Because
exactly.
Yep.
And I do think there are some. It needs to be the most biased public faces for the vape industry. People that are willing to be polite and respectful and listen to the other sides and be able to get our points across without sounding arrogant or rude. I understand. I'm passionate about the vape industry. I love helping people. I love watching people get off cigarettes. But on the same aspect, that same passion for any one of us could lead us to say something that we shouldn't in an argument because we're frustrated. I know there's been times when people sit there and they have people come up to me and literally tell me that I'm going to get popcorn lung. I've heard that 10 times in a day where I just want to turn from the door. Are you a bucktard? Seriously? And they're like, well, we read all this stuff. I'm like, that's all propaganda written by fourth-rate media sources that take brief snippets of information and don't actually fill you anything. And you've read the first paragraph and decided that you know everything about this certain issue.
I think giving them the benefit of the doubt that they read the first paragraph. They just read the headline.
They read the headlines, exactly.
That's how the public gets their information these days.
That would put me, you, Dave, Nicholas Hessen here as not as public figures.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Unless I could do it belly dancing.
Belly dancing, that's the way.
When Sam go out, and I'm not doing anything, I have little old ladies in Walmart that avoid me when I go near them.
Oh yeah, it's really funny.
For some reason. Like I'm going to mug them for their purse.
I don't trust that guy. He's got a beard.
That big hairy bear.
Yeah.
No, but we do have some great people here in Edmonton that can definitely be the faces
that are clean cut. Like, you know what?
It's not even clean cut. It's just
GQ.
And have the facts.
He's got to have a 6-inch penis that is curved to the right and then extends another 4 to the ground.
Oh dear.
Are you talking to Butter Chicken again?
Oh yes, that is the size.
Don't recite shit off the other screen, okay? Keep that to yourself.
I'm just trying to define our man. He's a super.
No, I really don't think like being clean shaven has anything to do with
what
it.
I mean
But
is someone that seems more approachable, because, like, don't get me wrong, like, I love you, Court, but you don't seem like the most approachable dude.
Shots fired.
And I know you, man, and I have no issues with that at all.
Defend
but
yourself,
like I'm
Court.
saying, I'm just saying, it's not like, you know what? On a general notice, people, when me and Sam are out, they don't talk to me first. They talk to her, and then they gauge me from her,
right,
to see if I'm gonna like either slap them or rob them of something. And I've seen that look in their eyes.
Well, maybe they still can't tell afterwards.
well, no.
You know, you rape a few guys in a back alley once, and then you're labeled forever.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, it's just what we do as humans, right? Like, we went to some fucking acting conference where they took a bunch of people, put them up there randomly, and just said, "Tell us your name and a favorite color," and then they would ask everybody in the audience, "This person here, are they a doctor?" And everyone would in unison say yes or no just by looking at them. And they would make a judgment call that this person looks like they could be a doctor. And they'd say things like, "Does this person like their family?" And everyone's like, "No." And the poor girl's like, "What?" It's just because of, I don't know, the way she looks or something, that everyone decides that, yeah, that's the kind of person that wouldn't like her family. But it turns out she loves her family, right? Like, we just,
like, Nicholas Heston here looks like he could be like Jeffrey Dahmer's like child.
Oh my god, no, he doesn't.
It's kind of.
No,
it's a
he
beard thing.
doesn't.
It's a beard thing.
No.
It's a beard thing. She's being nice. She's protecting you.
It's the eyes.
See?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Not that I don't love you, Nicholas, and trust you. I've seen how big you are, buddy. I thought you were taller. When I saw you, I was like, holy shit, that's a skinny dude.
I used to be fat at one point when I liked to eat pulled pork sandwiches because that was the only way the restaurant would pay me.
That and butter chicken.
And that and butter chicken.
And butter chicken.
And butter chicken.
And
yeah, you like to eat butter chicken lots, don't you, buddy?
and strawberry toast.
Butter chicken
Strawberry
on strawberry toast.
Oh, the comments are going so far down I can't read them anymore.
Well, you got two.
Yeah, that one's not always the fastest, but it does seem to be going pretty in sync. They got
Yeah,
better
no,
at it.
I know what you're saying, Brock. Like, the person definitely has to be trustworthy, but we have some great voices here in Edmonton that I don't want us to set people aside just because of the way they look.
No, but what I can understand what they mean by that is if you get that tip of the spear person that can get the doors open, then those other people, if they're falling behind in their group and they're supporting them, then they're okay, that guy's okay, even though he looks a little different than that other guy.
Yeah, no, I understand what you guys are all saying, but
Wouldn't it almost be better if it was just like straight law and it was just a lawyer that went up and spoke that really had no connection or no reason to be fighting for vaping, but just going...
No, because then there's no passion in it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
There's no passion, there's no drive, there's no human factor. Lawyers are supposed to have a moral vacuum, and so they're not supposed to have emotions. It's just clean, cut, dry, find the loophole, find the gray area.
Right, but in this case, are they not?
When you're going before a judge, you need that human factor to help that decision.
Right. Yeah. I guess you're still dealing with a human being up there.
Yes, exactly.
It seems like somebody, it seems like in this particular case, they're breaking the law to do this, and the way they're doing it, that it seems like a lawyer could easily just be like, point out, hey, look, this is wrong. Before you can do anything, this is all over. This is done. You guys did this wrong. We
definitely want a lawyer talking to them, absolutely. But we still need that person that's going to go in there with that lawyer
of course. Yeah.
to explain the emotional part of this industry.
Right. We need a mix of both. We need people who this is their livelihood and their passion, and then we need somebody who's just literally like, look, I'm a lawyer. This is wrong. You guys are doing this wrong. This is illegal. You need to give them a new set of rules. It doesn't work this way.
Yeah.
And then you need that lawyer to explain that to that other person, so they can go back to the multitudes of people that do.
They then have to explain that to again. Yeah.
They're the ones hitting the street. Yeah. They're the ones getting the signatures. They need to have that defined to them, not in lawyer talk, in a way that the general public can understand, and it no longer becomes okay, well, it's big vape industry fighting big pharmacy and fighting big tobacco, fighting government, and then seeing it as the vicious cycle of them biting each other because it's all about money.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mr. Ryan Green, hello.
Hi, Ryan.
It's just me now. I've locked him in the basement.
He needed time with butter chicken, did he?
2 times.
So what, 30 seconds?
Hey, Ryan's in the chat. I know that guy. I feel like I met Court too at CVE, but I don't remember his face.
You met us too.
Did I?
You know Court.
Yeah.
Well, hello again.
If you met him.
Hello.
I just moved down to Trail like 3 days ago. And everybody told me it was a big mistake.
Oh, you got Nicholas to keep you company.
Well, yeah, so it's not so bad. We got a pretty sweet setup here. I got my desk set up, got to get the vape shrine all set up, and second day on the job. It's not so bad. Get all the strawberry toast I want. It is absolutely ridiculous how much Nick vapes that stuff. It's like a fresh bottle every 2 days. Ryan Green, how do I know Ryan Green? Well, that's Digital Vapor Ryan, right?
Yep.
See? You're a public figurehead. I know that much.
Vaping Jesus.
Vaping Jesus.
Vaping Jesus. I'm a part of Facebook. I don't post that much. I can't be Nicholas 2.0. He posts enough for me and himself.
Yeah.
He was saying
he really does.
He was saying Terrence unfriended him because he was just posts just too much.
Fair enough. I mean, on Terrence's part, he's not. He left a lot of the groups now just because he wanted more. From what he told us, he wanted more. To see more of his family and friends now. Like, he's totally well known enough, and people do enough social media for him that he just wants more to see more of that personal side and his friendship sort of stuff and family stuff.
Just a
I can understand
feed.
that. Like there are times.
Yeah, instead of like vaping things like
right. That's all I see some days. Is nothing like I'll like turn on my Facebook and it's just to go like check out some of my friends on there, and then it's all like Facebook drama or like other like stupid stuff, or it's like a billion other things that have nothing to do with anything that I'm interested in looking at.
Yeah. Ryan wishes he wasn't just a face. Well, Ryan, I've tried to come and visit you at your shop a couple times just to shake your hand. I went and visited Grizzly Adams, better known as Pete Wagner, down at Great Vape 2. I'm a big fan of that shop. But I did not get to meet Mr. Ryan Green. But, hey, some people can't handle the fame. The vape fame.
The vape fame, eh?
The vape fame.
Sometimes I tell my parents I'm a professional vapor. I don't know what to say to them anymore. They're the ones sending me videos like vaping is bad, and it's just like straight out of Facebook, clickbaity headlines. I'm just like, Dad, you work in the medical field. I thought you'd know better.
That's when you get Nicholas to film some or take some pictures of you in a dress on the sidewalk with a baby in your hand.
Just a stack of $1 bills. Well, they don't have those in
There
Canada.
you go.
Spilled e-juice all over your face, that kind of thing.
Yeah. That only happens on Fridays. That's the special podcast that we have.
That's the podcast with butter chicken in the basement.
Sorry, I don't mean to be a dick, but what's your name, man? I do names more than faces. My name's Wilson. I was running the 22 Karat Smoke and Vape Shop up in Squamish for about 2 years. I'm not good friends. Well, I guess we're friends now. Like me and Babak out of Clouds in Burnaby. I go down there quite often. I really love that shop. And he was like, we should do a tour together. We'll say hi to Ryan. And I'm just a big part of the Facebook group. So I'm a hobbyist. So I just dink around in all the groups and know a lot of the faces.
I just stalk Ryan, so I know lots about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a good guy. He likes his hexomes. I don't understand what's the big deal about hexomes.
His hair smells better when he's awake than
Well,
when
you're
he's
talking to
sleeping.
the wrong people. We're both.
Well, I get it. They're good. They're like, potentiometer mods, right? But it's just an 18650. Get those big batteries.
But it's you know what? It's a lifetime warranty, and they're built well. And
no, I get it. They're solid. They hit hard as trucks.
Nicholas, oh my god! You're just talking about your time with butter chicken.
Trying to get butter chicken.
Was butter chicken back?
Leaving the open sign did us some favors right there.
Ryan Green's questioning you. Who the fuck are you?
Me and Ryan Green are going back. Yeah. I'm just a nobody. I'm just that guy.
I left the open sign on so people came in.
Nick finally
I
let me
forgot
out
it
of the
was on.
basement. Butter chicken's still down there. Send help.
Oh, butter chicken. Should we let him out? I have the keys to the basement. We should let him out.
Hey, it's true. When you got big hands, you need big mods. That is 100% true.
And since you can't carry a gun, you might as well carry one of these.
Yeah, I got a TAC 21 with a 28mm on top. Thing's a beast. You definitely.
I got told once.
No, I don't want to, Ryan.
That because I was a bigger dude, I must have fat hands, and it must be hard to build coils in this industry.
That's not very nice.
No, it wasn't very nice. I was like, screw you. I'm like, no, I can build small coils. It doesn't mean anything.
I built my coils with my feet.
You sent them perfect coils.
Hands alone.
Like, hey, asshole, look at this. Did you ever get a macro camera set up?
No, because we have a bunch of other stuff going on right now, and we're supposed to have the website up to do the other crap, but there's a bunch of error problems with the geotagging and a bunch of other copyright crap we got to look at first.
It never ends. Trust me, it never ends.
It never ends. There's I literally had to send letters to certain places to be able to get permission to use videos for things, and they told me they'd get back to me, and it's been a while now, and I got to message them back again, and it's just...
Sounds like Ryan Green. I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding. No, maybe not.
What kind of coils do we run on those hexomes, anyways?
I have
aliens.
Well, and I have Fralians in mine.
Ooh, fancy. I was talking. We installed some aliens the other day, and I was just like, Nick, these things are gonna be hot. and he's pumping his mod up to 170 watts. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, this is where I vape. No, let's see what he's like. It's ridiculous. I've never seen someone unironically vape at 170 watts. He's only got it 130 right now, but
have you seen, he's got to put something warm in his body. Someone that small doesn't have much with cold. So.
Mr. Turkey Man. There's another one coming from the basement.
I let him out.
Turkey Man,
He
Mr.
changed his name.
I feel like this is butter chicken all over again.
I think this is
just a different poultry.
I think this might be butter chicken's jealous lover,
Mr. Turkey Man.
Who's coming up with these names?
So Nick, does that make you the turkey baster then if you're in between the butter chicken and the
Hey, whatever it takes to make it delicious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just pour a little
See?
porn sauce on
Coils.
it.
See, I said Ryan Coils. Nicholas.
What's that?
Well, you didn't say Nicholas, though.
I did say Coils at CVE, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, but I don't know what the hell he did with them. It was
I don't
CBE.
Yeah, right?
Things get lost.
What's wrong?
We gave you coils at CBE.
You gave me diseases at CBE.
I gave you
I don't
nothing.
think he gave me coils at CBE. He probably took them.
It's not true.
He took everything I got from CBE.
I bought plenty of my own coils. Thank you very much.
Yeah, actually, they all came back with tons of coils. Assholes. Jeez.
Although, if you want to send us,
I'm sending you coils and juice on Monday, man. The coils are done, and the juice got here on Friday. So.
You know who's going to end up taking it and playing with it right away?
probably me.
This guy.
What's your favorite metal to work with?
N80.
Just what? Okay, and explain to me this. What is the difference between N80 and N90?
N90 has 10% more nickel in it, so it has a quicker ramp up, but it also has a flux in it because at a temperature, once you break it in, the metals, the molecules become covalent with each other, so then it becomes solid. And before that, before it has that break-in period of continuous heat, it has a flux either way of 0.3 to 0.4.
0.03.
Oh, yeah, 0.03 to 0.04.
Yeah.
And that's like because I've just seen a couple N90 coils. I was like, what the hell is N90? And I looked it up and couldn't find anything.
You know what?
On it.
But that flux has nothing. Has nothing on your draw or your battery pull.
No.
It's just a quicker ramp up, like a way snappier ramp up.
Okay.
Like I built some for Ryan Green, in fact.
Yes. Yeah, Ryan got some of our N90s.
And I generally don't send out N90s. Like I've seen some builders have them for mass production, but I don't, because I feel that a lot of people don't have enough experience to be playing with something like that.
Yeah. So we have some...
but you know what, N80, they're great coils. You can still get what you want out of them. I mean, like,
tried and true.
Nowadays, with the mods out there, like, you really, like, people playing around with like super low builds, it's retarded.
What am I looking at?
We're getting some TV shots.
Yeah, my wife's putting down our dirty hallway where it gets me to death.
What am I looking at? Is that an aquarium?
They're in bed.
Yeah, it's our bearded dragon.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm still more concerned about the other video feed.
Yeah, the other video feed is it could
Mr. Turkey Man
come into focus with anything on it. Who knows?
You don't know what that is.
Yeah.
For all we know, that could be Nicholas under the table with a cam pointed at his dick hanging out.
Oh my god!
Could be. Let me check for you. No, it's not.
Thanks for covering for me, man. Is he Googling Mr. Turkey Man?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's Googling something.
You can't be creepy.
He's Googling how to get into
You can't be creepy,
Nick's
Mr.
basement.
Turkey Man. Sorry, you're gone.
Mr. Turkey Man left.
I booted him.
He's checking out his competition, Nicholas. He's jealous. Mr. Buttered Chicken came on here and talked to Nicholas.
He got all jealous.
No N90 for you. It takes a little bit more knowledge.
Like bird suits beating up Nicholas at the end of the night in the back alley.
No, that's to Christopher.
Okay. Well, it's a coil is a coil is a coil. Right?
Hey, vape is a vape is a vape is a vape.
Yeah, the ones I'll send you, Nicholas, will just be N80s.
Yes.
I'll pretend I know what you're talking about. He'll help me out.
80% nickel, 20% chrome,
50 nick?
and 90.
You guys got 50 nick in your coils?
Yeah, I got 50 Nick coils right here.
50 nick.
50 Nick. Oh my god.
You know, his dad did say that Nicholas was dropped on his head. So
I know, I remember that.
Dude, his dad is hilarious.
You know what? I have a lot more tolerance for Nick. It's kind of like he's my special friend.
Oh my.
Hi, friend.
Ryan Green wants to say something.
What's he saying? In all seriousness, though, guys, I just want to say something.
He wants to say how his wedding ring size is correlated to his penis size.
Ryan. Ryan, we're not afraid. We're not afraid if you don't have a shirt on. Well, are we, James?
Whatever. Just a big man without a shirt on.
I don't know if Facebook TSA.
It's just one step closer.
On
to
Twitch,
belly
there's you're not allowed to show anything. No nipples.
No nips.
You know what? As long as he's not trying to lick his nipples or something, then it's all good to go.
Ryan says we need to stop relying on the advocacy groups to do the work for us, and we need to do the work for them, with them.
Oh, I agree fully.
Isn't that what we do when we?
Well, no, there's a lot of people that just donate money and go, well, why aren't you doing anything?
Well, exactly. That you should be sending off letters to yourself. I've numerous times
we've sent to them
dozens and dozens of MLAs. They're not even in our district. Like premiers, they're not even in our district. The prime minister, the surgeon general, get everyone possible. There's ways of finding all these addresses because you legally are allowed to know where to send them mail or send phone calls to them. You know what? If you're just as annoying as they're willing to be during campaigns, they'll get back to you.
Will you talk to me now? Will you talk to me now? Will you talk to me now? Will you talk to me now?
Will you talk to me now? Though he responded to both of us, actually.
Yeah, and he's very polite. He didn't know very much about it, and he said he'd look into it. I don't think he really got back to us on that though. I saw Terrence in here a minute ago.
T-Dog was in here. I saw Kellyanne get called out a bot yesterday, and it pissed me off. She got called out
about it yesterday.
And I agree that just because you throw money, but that's the easiest thing for some people, for them to feel like they're advocating because they really don't know what to do. So they throw money at a situation instead of actually speaking out or having an opinion. You know what? People may not agree with my opinion on everything that we've talked about tonight, but I mean, it's still my opinion, and I have a stake in the vape industry as well.
And donkey shows are great.
And during the 2 years.
Sorry, I derailed that.
Hey, big dog.
Hey, Tyrion.
T-Dog in the hizzy. Justin, you're starting to give it away. We know it's you now.
Oh, maybe I should switch to some orange Sea Crisp.
Some orange Sea Crisp. We got some orange Sea Crisp in the house.
I'm on the last of my Sea Crisp right now. I gotta go feed Terrence here.
Terrence, I want to have your babies. Oh, wow.
Ryan, wow.
Ryan, that was wow.
These days that could probably be arranged. I'm pretty sure they could do something at the lab.
This is T-Dog, right? The angel stuff?
Absolutely, Terrence.
I'm not disagreeing with sending money, but I'm saying that
that's where people think it stops.
That's where it stops.
That's where people think, well, I've sent money, that's all I need to do.
No, exactly.
When that's not the case. We need these people also writing their MLAs and everything like that about how important vaping is to them personally.
Send letters to the Edmonton City Police Chief, but be respectful about it. Send them to the RCMP head, chief of all that crap too. Send them to anyone. Bum babies.
Terrence and Ryan.
Bum babies.
Bum babies. Butter chicken. Mr. Turkey Man.
Mr. Turkey Man. Well, I don't know what you're saying, Justin.
Yeah, I don't. I was trying to figure that one out too.
It's Turkey Man in disguise. Yeah, no, it's there's no answers you can give to anything, and the only thing you can really do is just fucking be loud, be heard, but be calm and be fucking confident.
Well, he means but Justin, not all of them use mail spoofers, and some of them actually read their mail. So So what? You get like you only get 20 people responding out of the 1,000 letters you sent. That's still 20 more than what you had before that are willing to research it.
Yeah.
And then when they start talking to their friends that are politicians, those politicians talk. Those other people talk. Their people that back them talk.
See, we actually, when we wrote our MLA, we actually got real emails back, like from him, and he addressed the things we talked about in there. So,
Stop saying what shit.
His wife is watching. You can't be talking about babies.
I'm not talking about bum babies.
Well, no, he's talking to Ryan. He's saying, Ryan, don't be saying that stuff. My wife is watching.
Yeah, well, exactly, Ryan.
We totally agree. We're not saying don't give money to them. Like, by all means, give money to these advocacy groups because they're the ones getting the lawyers that decipher all this crap that we don't understand. But what we're saying is there's more that we can do than just that. Like, there's petitions, there's mail campaigns, those postcard campaigns for...
There was someone starting a Twitter campaign.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's more things we can do as general by ourselves that help support the situation and not just sit back and complain because things are happening and we donated money.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, I think it's important that we do go and reach out to vape shops that aren't in our circle that don't hear this stuff. There's a lot of vape shops that don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Like,
oh, and you know what, and that's truthful. Like, there's a lot.
Right? Says, I mean,
yeah. In the UK.
You know.
Yeah, I saw that one. It was actually a pretty amazing story. Yeah. That's something that we hopefully one day, when we're over all these stupid regulations and everything else, that we can see them inside of like places like that. Because a good example is I got sick back at the beginning of December, and literally I saw like how disgusting smoking really truly was, and I was glad to be a vapor. I saw people picking cigarette butts up and smoking them out of the ashtrays that other sick people had thrown into the ashtrays.
Yeah.
Right? And this shows how hard that addiction is for some people, right? And it's a filthy habit. And to have people that like are supposed to be healing and that have infections in their body, and they're so addicted to cigarettes, going outside and smoking outside, when you could have a small mouth to lung device and it wouldn't affect anyone really, right?
Yeah. So are we just moving to the UK?
There's lots of things like that, like we as people, that we need to write the stories about our lives that we affected. Like when I got sick, I had amazing people reach out and help me and my wife.
Yeah.
Because literally I had to drop contracts and I went blind for like about 2 months, right? So like there's stories like that, and like other people like Dylan had his shot broken into in BC, and a bunch of people like donated, and there was Justin
Crystal, yeah. There's a lot. Every time someone gets fucked up, we step up.
Just amazing. Like our group pulls together, and like everyone donates. Like it just we charity waffles and the Milligans, and like even Terrence. Everyone band together for his friend that got killed in that on-job site accident.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And they raised a lot of money for a family that really needed it, and like. Those were all vapors, and it was all raised in a vape shop. Like these are things the government doesn't see. Like yeah, we're the big bad, and we're hurting people on all the addiction, but yet we're donating to Santa's Anonymous, to the Edmonton Food Bank, other food banks, the SPCA, the Cancer Society, Ronald McDonald House, Stollery's Hospital, all these other amazing things.
Yeah, and I mean,
and these are stories that need to be written up and shown and given to the media. Like give them that side that shows that like the vape community doesn't just go, okay, buy our products, get back to us if you're not smoking, try it again, try this. We have people in these shops, unlike like when you go pick up like the supposed nicotine therapy things, all they do is give you a patch, tell you, it's going to give you possible nightmares, don't do a lot of work because it could give you a heart attack. Like we actually have guys that'll sit down and work you through how to use these things, or you know what, okay, that didn't work for you, bring it back. We'll try you on this, and we'll sit down and we'll talk and show you how to use it.
Yeah.
Or like if you say, okay, hey guys, I'm having issues right now.
You interrupt
with
everybody.
nicotine stuff, and I'm stressing for a cigarette. You have a bunch of people reaching out with nice comments, right?
Well, he's preaching the right things.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, and It's so frustrating to try and tell those stories, right? And this is why it's important, like you're saying, to get the right people to be up there speaking, saying these things. But that doesn't mean the rest of us are silent. We all need to tell our stories, but there are a few really important stories that, you know, ideally we should be able to get this across to some of them and show them like what we're doing on paper that is helping other people beyond what we're doing just with our families.
Yeah. Exactly.
We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. We will. It's and I think that's the moral of the whole story is, you know, breathe, get together, communicate, do this together. Don't expect one person to do it. Everybody's got to chip in, no matter what. No matter what.
You know what? Even if you could throw $1 towards funding. Like, I know me and the wife can't donate as much as any of the bigger guys, but we'll donate as much as we possibly can, right? Towards advocacy groups. We joined CVA.
Yep.
Like just recently, just because we've always been on the outskirts and really weren't sure. And then I've talked to a few people that convinced me that it was the proper time to join, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, and like there's certain other things I've stood back from certain advocacy groups because I didn't agree with things. And that's by personal choice and other things. But like, there's a group out there somewhere or people that can help explain things to you to make you more comfortable with the situation, right?
Yeah, we need more of that before we start freaking out all the time and just blasting all over the place.
That's what, like the other day, or today I was talking to one guy where he's like, well, the first thing I wrote was those fucktards need to fuck off. It's like, yeah, that's going to get you really far in a conversation. A negative comment at the beginning of anything where you're trying to express your opinion is just going to shut you down.
That's
because as soon as anger gets flowing, all logic stops. Literally, there is a chemical in your brain when you become pissed that stops basic logic.
Cortisol. Yep. Are you referring to cortisol?
Yes.
It bubbles up, it builds up, and then it goes.
Thank you, Mr. Bill Nye, the science guy. I was kind of dumbing it down there for you.
Bill. Hey, it's true though. Like I had a girlfriend that used to build up a lot of cortisol in my body.
What does that mean for you?
That's my wife now. Everyone thinks Sam's this gentle, lovely person. She really abuses me at home. And this is a video right now. Please send help.
Please send it.
It's on its way.
If it was happening, he would deserve it with the shit he says.
Oh, it's written on the window in the back. Help, but it's backwards.
See? She takes over and she says these things to cover for her ass.
Okay.
But she really physically abuses all the time.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like insurance.
See, this is my last will and testament. I probably won't be seen after tonight.
Well, what do you say? Do you think we should wrap this bad boy up? I think we've vented enough, and we'll probably just start going in circles soon enough here.
I think Nicholas is waiting to get the buttered chicken in the basement.
Or Mr. Turkey Man.
Oh, well, I guess we don't have a choice. The meeting just ended. It says upgrade your Zoom Pro to extend more than 40 minutes. All right. Well, folks, we didn't get to choose. Destiny chose us. And with that, we thank you for coming out. There's a lot of you still out there. There's still 8 of you. We appreciate it. And remember the 5th of November. No, remember, it's not up to other people to do this shit. We all got to do it. But with that said, have a good night. And we will see you later on the other side.
Welcome to the West Coast Clouds podcast. This is Nick, your host. This is the new vape podcast for vapors, where we bring you opinions, reviews, and industry news. You're listening to West Coast Clouds.